Good evening and welcome to the Don't Believe the Hype show. I'm Valerie Kelso, the founder and CEO of the show. And tonight we've got another wonderful and an amazing woman who's doing some things in the community. But before we get into the show, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about our Purple Light Touch Foundation. Everything that we make through the Don't Believe the Hype show goes to help the Purple Light Touch Foundation, where we cater to women and young girls who are recovering from domestic violence, abuse, sex trafficking, cancer, or any life altering situation. If you would like to donate, you can go onto our website, which is purplelightouchfoundation.org, or you can even Venmo, Zelos, however you would like to donate. And if you would like to come and volunteer at our foundation, feel free to call 817-350-0444. And without further ado, we are going to get into our show because, like I said, we have got an amazing young lady who's making a big impact in our community. Miss Amber, tell the audience a little bit about yourself. I'm not going to butcher your last name so you can tell everybody else about who you are.
Okay. Thank you very much for having me on the show.
You're
First off, and
welcome.
I appreciate this opportunity. My name is Amber Morgan. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. I'm a single mother of two boys, 16 and 7. I'm the founder of the Sisterhood Foundation, a nonprofit organization for women and teen girls. We focus on mental health awareness, self-esteem building, effective communication skills, and preparing them for life after high school. We focus on establishing lifelong bonds for women and teen girls.
Okay. So, what made you decide to form a Sisterhood Foundation?
Um, I'm a single mother of boys. Throughout my upbringing, a lot of my upbringing came from women. My mother, my aunt, my sister, and have a huge foundation with a lot of women.
Okay.
And growing up in my journey throughout life, with college, being a single mother, I wanted to be able to give back to my community. And what better way than to give back to teen girls and women that look like me? Because we're not represented well in society. And so throughout my journey, I wanted to find a way to give back to other women and teen girls.
So, you said you've got two boys.
Yes.
And did you always want to have a girl child, or is it just because, like you're saying, because of you wanted to give back to the community? Because sometimes because we would love to have a child, which I would have loved to have had a boy, but I had two girls instead. So I would have turned around and said, you know what, I want to do something for teen boys, but because I've got two boys, is that why you felt the need to do so? Because you would have loved to have had a little girl?
I would have loved to have a little girl. I wanted to have a little girl. And then I have two boys, and so I'm like, I can give more to my community with girls because I know what it's like growing up in Fort Worth and growing up in this, how I grew up. I want to be able to contribute that to the community.
Okay.
And I can do that better as a woman to girls than as a woman to boys, if that makes sense.
It
I
does.
can relate more to the girls than I can with the boys, and still trying.
Well, like you said, you had a lot of women influence around you.
Right,
You
right.
understand what I'm saying? And then you ended up with two
Two
boys.
boys. And boys are tough.
You see me, I would have loved to have had a boy. Trust me. If God had given me a boy, I'd done it.
Boys are tough.
I know, but I've always wanted a little boy. But that's another story for another show.
Okay.
So, what made you decide to start? I know you said you started Sisterhood. What year did you start Sisterhood?
I started Sisterhood in 2021, after the pandemic and people started going back to work, and I wanted to do something different. I've worked for nonprofits before, and I volunteered, and I'm always doing work in the community. I wanted to find a way to contribute what I've learned in school. My degree is in behavior analysis, and I wanted to kind of use behavior analysis to help change these girls' lives, help the women that I encounter, help change their life.
So, what made you decide to do behavior analysis?
Oh, initially I went to school for business administration. I wanted to
Okay.
be my own business owner. I had it all planned out. I wanted to be franchise a Subway. And when I started working at the state school and I was going to college, one of the counselors, she came to me, she said, hey, have you thought about, being a psychologist or being a counselor, working with people? You're very good with people. And I said, no, I want to run my own thing. I want to do my own business. And one of the psychologists, she said, how about you try behavior analysis? How about you, take a couple of courses and see how you like it? And I took two summer courses on the introduction of behavior analysis, understanding how people behave, and I was sold. I was like, this is for me. This is my field. This is what I can, how I can walk in my purpose by understanding how people behave the way they do and why. And that's how I changed my degree, and being able to utilize that now is amazing.
So tell us some of the things that you learned in your behavior analysis. Okay, what are you learning about me?
You are a very amazing woman, very confident, very giving, very loving. And I can tell just by being in your studio, being here, your love for people, your love for seeing people thrive and helping people. I see that. Not even having to have a deep conversation. When I walked in, I was like, wow, this is amazing. You can see
I haven't even showed you around.
just the fun part. Just the fun part. And I can't wait to see the rest after our show. It's amazing just to see how you are just by the environment. And a lot of things, that's how behavior works. We're shaped by our environment. And you can tell a lot about how people behave just about their environment.
Okay. Well,
Just how they, walk into a room, just how they look at someone. You can tell a lot just by sitting back and observing people. And that's what I've learned in behavior analysis.
and plus I'm from England and we are told to walk straight, we don't hunch over, and we don't do none of those things, you know what I'm saying? So that's probably a little bit on my side as well. But thank you for that compliment because, like I said, I haven't showed you around, so she doesn't even, you don't really know all the ins and outs of what we actually do here at the Purple Light Touch Foundation.
Right.
So what other things are you planning on doing with your sisterhood?
We have a lot of things that we're working on for the community. We've partnered with 720 for a charity basketball game tournament. I'm very excited about that. So we're in the beginning stages of that. We also have Sister Sunday. And Sister Sunday, we have that once a month, every third Sunday, where we offer free activities for the community. For May, we're doing art therapy, where we sit with amongst women, we eat, we drink, and we just kind of talk and uplift each other, empower, and we do that once a month, like I said. And then we meet with the girls. We have a mentorship program. We meet with the girls every first and third Wednesday of each month, and we do that at the Doc Bookshop. We do different activities with the girls, bracelets, entrepreneurship, different programs that we have for the girls. We're also working on a Sisterhood podcast where we come and we invite women in to talk about different issues that they're facing and how we can address them from a behavior analytic perspective, and kind of giving women a safe place with no judgment. Just come as you are. Let's talk about it. Let's talk it out.
That would be really good.
And then also Mike Gwynn has agreed to participate in our celebration of Black empowerment. The Sisterhood Foundation is sponsoring that event for the community, so we can come and talk about how we can empower and uplift each other, how we can move forward, what's the next step of empowerment. We have a lot of different things that we have going on, and all of this is listed on our website, our Sisterhood website. And
tell the audience your website, being as you mentioned it, because knowing me, I'll probably forget in a little while, and when I start asking you all these different questions. So
you can look on our website, the www.sisterhooddfw.org. That's the Sisterhood Foundation website. You can donate. You could look up what the upcoming events is, and you can also sign up as a volunteer on our website. We're always looking to bring on new people and help with the movement.
That is awesome. So how do you practice sisterhood in your daily life?
Being intentional with my interactions with people, following up with people. Every time I meet a new woman, I look at ways on how I can be of service and how I can pour into that woman. But everyone's situation is different. You never know what someone is going through.
That's right.
And I know how it feels to be in a dark place. And so if I can be just a little bit of light for someone, then I feel rewarded with myself. I'm being able to pour into people what I want people to pour into me, and how God pours into us. You know, I feel that I'm walking in my purpose when I'm walking in sisterhood. I'm inviting other women to join the movement, be kind, be intentional with your interactions with other women and other teen girls, because our girls, they are the future.
That's right.
They see how we behave is how they normalize behavior, what they think, you know. And so in my daily life, I'm intentional with sisterhood and how I just interact with people.
And that is good, because you never know who's watching you. You never
Right.
know who's looking. And,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And one wrong thing that you do,
Oof.
trust me, you can pay dearly, because that you see social media.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you've always got to be walking in your purpose every single day. Even when you're at home, I'm still on attention. Not because I can't relax, but because I never know who's going to call that phone.
Right.
I never know if somebody's going to need my help at any given time. So I'm always, up to me, I've always got to be ready, and I've always got to be prepared. My life to me is like the 5 wise and the 5 foolish versions, where the foolish ones were not prepared, but the wise ones were prepared at all times. So in life, you've always got to be prepared. So one of the things I'm going to ask you, I could say if a teen wanted to get in contact with you, or a parent to join your movement, how could they do that?
They can come onto the website, or I can give you the direct number. Is 817-899-1147. You can feel free to call that number anytime to sign up to volunteer, if you want to sign up your daughter to participate. And we're always looking for more girls to participate. One other thing I want to mention.
Go on.
Ladies, women, teen girls, we have a college tour planned to Xavier University in July. We're taking 15 girls to New Orleans to view the campus and to experience college life. That's one thing that we offer to the girls that participate in the program. I just wanted to throw that out there before I forgot. But you can also view the website, and it has all the details on how to get in contact and how to sign up and volunteer with Sisterhood.
Throwing that out, being that she wanted to throw something out, I'm going to let her know that Purple Light Touch Foundation is going to sponsor some of the young ladies that are going to your conference.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
I'm willing to do that, because I believe that every education is very, very important.
Yes.
So I didn't know that you did what you did, but a spirit just came over me and told me that I have to help you with your sisterhood, because we all have to help each other. One hand has always got to wash somebody else's hand, and that's what I'm going to do for you.
Thank
And
you.
Whenever you're ready in July, you just let me know after the show, and we'll work out the logistics. Okay?
Thank you. Can I chime in real quick? You
Yeah.
said obedience.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you for saying that, because as we walk along this journey in life, not a lot of people are obedient to their purpose and what they're supposed to do. And I appreciate you for that, because as we walk and we connect and network with people, people have that calling to be obedient and to be of
But they
service,
don't.
but they don't.
No.
And so for you to say that, I'm very grateful and appreciative. And
Because I
just
could
wanted to
feel I just felt like a weird feeling just come over me, and I always go by what I feel.
and I'm very appreciative.
Even when I'm massaging, if I feel something, I won't stop until that feeling is gone or left me, because that means something is not right. So I always go by my feelings. You know what I mean? And when you said that, it was like something just kept, no, I've got to help you. You know what I mean? So I was going to ask you a question. So what sets you apart from other non-profits? Because I own a non-profit and I work with women and young girls, right? So what set you apart from other non-profits?
What sets the Sisterhood Foundation apart, we welcome everybody with open arms, no judgment. And when we meet, it's we're looking at the long-term vision. We're looking at the long-term goal. Our actions now, our behaviors now will affect how we are in the future.
That's
So
right.
we're much more intentional and we are slow in progress. A lot of organizations are happening overnight, just doing this, doing that, and they are rushing the process. With the Sisterhood Foundation, it has been a very long process from start to finish, getting everything off the ground. And
That's
what
right.
makes us different is that even though it's not fully funded, we are still embracing the progress, showing up whether there's one person at the event or there's two people. We're being intentional and still showing up. We're still pushing out free events. We're still doing work in the community,
Yeah.
and we're still open arms to whatever the universe puts out there, whatever comes our way. We are.
And you said even if one person shows up, how I look at it, Jesus went out of his way for one person, and that one person saved a nation of people. So sometimes we can think, oh, well, only one person showed up and our foundation is not going to work, and you'll go home in the anxiety, because I'm sure you get
Oh yeah,
anxiety
very much so.
from what you're doing. I mean, I get it. And when you came in and you thought I had my family, and I says, no, it's only me, one, and God. And that's why I spend a lot of my time communing with God. Yes, I got Michael, but Michael is Michael. God is always going to be my God. I look at God in my life as he's my husband, and we're in a relationship. Trust me, I could have divorced him, married him, divorced him, kicked him out, brought him back in, you know what I mean? That, argue with him, fuss, go to bed without him, but we always come back together. That's how I look at God in my life. So whether one person shows up, don't worry if it's only one person, because that means that one person was all you was meant
Right.
to teach that day. And if too many people were around, that means it would have been distraction. Because when you're on the phone talking to someone, it's only ever you and that one person.
Right.
So you always look at it like that. Don't ever look at it as a failure, because one will bring in two, but you don't know when your two is going to come, and that will bring in four. But it's about being consistent, and you've only just started, so I'm just letting you know my journey here has not been easy, but I've stayed consistent.
And I appreciate that very, very much.
You know what I mean? So tell us some of the other uniqueness about your foundation, because I did start and I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Sisterhood Foundation, we have women's various walks of life. We have different ages, and that is a challenge within itself, because the older generation looks at life from their experiences and what they've done, and then the generation between the, I guess, late 30s, early 30s, they have a different mindset and trying to bring everybody together. And then you have the teen girls and what they're experiencing, what they're facing. Bringing them together is very, it's challenging, but it's rewarding, because you can see everybody's perspective. Everybody has something that they bring to the organization, and it feels good that you have women who can come together in a room and just be understanding and uplifting to each other. Be free to express whatever it is you feel without someone saying you shouldn't do this, you should have did it this way, why did you do this, why did you do that,
Yeah.
and being very judgmental. With sisterhood, there's no judgment. You come as you are, you sit back, and we embrace the struggle, whatever it is that you're going through. For instance, with my job, I also work a full-time job. Um, and when I started Sisterhood, I was working that full-time job, and I was like, bringing on the stress of work into the sisterhood, and for them to be able to just embrace it, like, speaking light and making me see things, my job and my position from a different perspective, was very helpful, and it gave me the motivation and the drive to push through those difficult moments of sisterhood. And so it's different in the sense that there's no judgment. You just come, and we address older, younger, middle. Women are welcome.
Well, you know, you say just come. That's a line that most churches use, right?
That's true.
Just come.
That's true.
And when they tell you just come as you are, and then when you get into that church, it's like, mm-mm.
You got this on, you got that
You,
on,
you
you this.
understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
So when
ma'am.
you say come as you are, do you actually mean they can come as they are, right, and you're going to embrace them, or are you
Yes.
going to turn around and then later on this person goes, did you see?
No.
Right,
We're
and
gonna
then
embrace it
and
because
then
we're
you
doing it.
forget what's in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to I'm just being the devil
I'm
advocate
glad you said
because
that.
because you always people say come as you are, and then when you come and they see what you got on, don't. Did you see sister so and so? Did you see what her granddaughter had on? She could have made her wear something better. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I don't want it to be like where you're saying you can come as you are, and then people come there and there's a judgmental, because no matter where we go, we're always going to judge somebody because that's who we are.
Right.
But I just want to make sure that when you say come as you are, if I came there in my up all the way up here, you ain't going to turn around and says, oh my God, Val, you must be losing her head.
No, and the reason why I can confidently say that we don't, because we've all done some things that were not so
That's right.
either Christ-like or not so a normal way of life. We've also done some things that we want to hide in the closet. So who are we
Judge.
to judge someone
That's
in
right.
whatever state of mind or phase that they're in? Maybe they don't know better, or maybe that's what they want to do. They have the free will to do so. So with sisterhood, when we say come as you are, come, because we're going to welcome you with open arms, whatever situation you're in. We know how it feels to be in a dark place, how to not have anyone. So our motto is we're going to be a sister to a sister. When
Yeah.
you come, sister, we're welcoming you with open arms, as you are, whether you go to church or not, whether you participate in the church or not, we welcome you. You know, whatever walk of life you're on, we're embracing you to help you with that. And that's a part of mental health. You know, mental health
Yeah.
is it's a broad term, and so many things fall up under that. And so a part of that, we're not judging. We're not judging. We're wanting to find what the root of the problem is so that we can help uplift and solve that problem.
And see, that's why I just wanted to throw that out, because I know I was a teen mom. I never did drugs, never drank, that was never my thing. But I was a teen mom, and I did things that I probably shouldn't have done. I did like sex, I ain't gonna lie to you, right? Because
I think we all do.
I'm keeping it real.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And I have had boyfriends, and I know what I've been in rooms where people have smoked drugs, not the crack, just like the weed, because in England that was the norm. Right, yes.
Wow.
Weed was the norm, not crack cocaine. That didn't come until later on in life. So I've been there. My daughter smokes. I'm not going to judge anyone. I see people coming here all the time. I accept everybody who comes through my door. I don't care who you are. Whether you've got money, you haven't got money. Whether you've got clothes, you haven't got clothes. I will go out and buy something. You know what I'm saying? Because I always try and keep a little surplus just in case, because I just never know who's going to come knocking on my door, who's going to come in and ask me for something.
Right.
Or if they need a ride here or whatever, Valerie's always going to be on point. So can you tell the audience a little bit about what you offer, like what activities, what do you offer with your foundation?
With the foundation, with the women, we meet quarterly. Once a quarter, we get together and we do activities to strengthen our bond as women. Women who are facing any type of challenge or obstacle, we try to find, we find out what the root cause is so that we can find a solution to help that woman out. And with the Team Girls, it's a free mentorship program. Everything is free to the girls. We feed them. We have different activities that we do every time we meet. We meet twice a month. Every time we meet, we go over, we recap the last visit, and then we go over activities and topics for the present visit and then the upcoming events. We taking them on the World of Barbie tour. That was
Okay.
out in Frisco. They had the Barbie RV, everything set up with Barbie. We took them there and had a girls' day with the girls. We have the college tour coming up in July 16th. We'll go to New
Yeah.
Orleans and we'll take the girls out there and we'll have a trip out there. We have a back to school talent show that we're planning for the girls. We also have a gala, a ball for the girls to show
Okay.
them how to interact with boys. You know,
Okay.
we're going to partner up with the Omega Stars, a nonprofit organization that services boys. And we're going to partner with them to give the students an opportunity to learn how to practice etiquette and be in the same room as a young boy.
And I've got a place that if the girls want to dress to wear to a prom, like if you're saying it's for a gala, there's a place that I partner with that I can get them some beautiful dresses.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So-
We're planning the end of year gala for them so they can interact with other guys. Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
Because I did take some other, like some foster kids. See, people don't really know all the things that I really
You took on
did.
foster kids?
I took some 3 foster girls
Wow.
to get their prom dresses. One of them, they were aging out of foster care, and one of them was a tomboy. I'm not going to call her that she was that way because I really don't believe she was. So when I took her to buy, she wanted to wear a tux. But when I took her to the store, she didn't want to go to the men's section. She wanted to go to the ladies section to get the ladies' pants and things. And I realized that many of our young children out there, they're going through an identity crisis. And because she was getting ready to age out of foster care, she didn't know what her next step was going to be. So she was acting like a boy that if she had to be on the streets, it was a survival mechanism.
Wow.
And I thought, wow, this young girl really needed some help. I never saw her again after that because then COVID came down, proms were cancelled and all the rest of it. But a lot of the time, it's because they're going through, what am I going to do? How am I going to survive in a world where I don't know what my next step is? And I would love to do more in the community. That's why this year I decided I wasn't only going to work from 8 till 2 o'clock, so I can take on more of the challenges of young girls that are coming in who have been abused and all the rest of it. My goal is to open this place in the afternoon and in the 6 weeks holiday to have them here where they can sit down, do the schoolwork, we can do activities and do things with the young girls who are transitioning out of school for the holiday, feed them, take care of them. That's what I used to do when I was back home in England.
It's much needed.
And so that is my goal, why I know God is transitioning me into not doing so many massages, but most of what I do here, I fund it myself. So I'm going to ask you about funding. Are you getting the funding that you need to help you get to where you need to be?
No, I am fully funding the organization out of my own pocket and through donations and sponsorships from people from the events that we have. Where we're in transition to become fully funded.
Well, it's going to take some time.
Yes.
But
very
you know what I
much so.
mean? But a lot of people don't understand. A lot of the lower non-profit who are on the totem pole, we're funding these things out of our own pockets. So anything I give you, I'm not taking it from somebody else. It's coming from
Right.
from me, myself, and you know what I mean, whatever money I tips or whatever money I get, I save it, and that's how I help somebody else. You know what I mean? As you said, as you've heard, she's doing a sister to sisterhood. You're coming from what area? South?
South Forward,
South
Crowley area.
Crowley area, where it is needed that we need to start bringing our young teen girls into an area that we're supposed to be able to can teach our young girls etiquette. We're supposed to be able to teach them how to dress. When a boy approaches them, you don't have to go to that boy just because he's looking at you even when you don't want to go to that boy, because many times, like myself, I was told I was ugly and I wouldn't get a boyfriend. So the first boy that looked at me, I thought, well, nobody else ain't going to look at me, so let me go, let me be in a relationship. It caused me a pregnancy. So I can imagine how many other young girls who were going through what I'm going through, and I was going through mine in England. Never mind about over here, where there's a vast amount of young girls who are getting pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Who hasn't got that mentor to take them on. She needs your help. Yeah, I would love for you to come on board with me, but at the end of the day, I'm going into a slightly different circle. I know God is shifting me into a different program, but that's not going to stop me from helping Amber with whatever if you call me, you tell me, and if I'm free, I will come and help you. You know what I'm saying? I will come out. I haven't got no problem sitting coming out. If you need stock or something, I'm willing to help you, because that's what Purple Light Touch Foundation is about. You've got to have a foundation to be able to can branch out. A tree doesn't stand by itself, because a stump is no good to nobody unless you're going to sit on that stump. A tree, when you see a tree, it's always got branches, it's always got leaves, it's all because it's supposed to help somebody else. And so my goal here today to you is to help you whatever you need, and I can do it. I'm willing to help your foundation out. I don't do this for everybody, but she reached out to me. This is how God works. And I'm going to tell the audience how God works. She reached out to me probably just as you were starting your foundation.
Yes, ma'am.
And I didn't know who was coming in here today to do my show. DJ 720 says, oh, I've got a lady that's coming in. And I'm getting ready. And while I'm getting ready, I'm looking at this lady saying, I know this woman from somewhere. And I said, do I know you from somewhere? And that's when I realized I've known this lady for a long time, and she's been reaching out to me. And I was talking to her about a non-profit, and I didn't even know it was you that was coming in here today. That's how God instrument things. You never know how one hand's going to wash another, or somebody who's reaching out to you, that you're going to be able to say, oh, I remember you, and look at what has manifested in here today.
Wow.
That's why I'm telling you, you've got to stay connected to people, because you just never know who you're going to meet. And another thing I want to say, don't ever dismiss anybody regardless of who they are, because one day that same person might be able to be the one that's going to and do the olive branch that you need.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because from DJ to you to me, who would have expected this connection to? This is like a divine connection by
Very
God.
much so.
You know what I mean? So we're getting ready to wrap up our show. Is there anything else you want to tell the audience? This is your time to shine. So you talk to our audience and you tell them anything that you want to tell them. If you need donations, if you need sponsors, if you need clothes, if you need whatever, it's your time. I'm giving you the opportunity to talk to our audience without me interrupting you.
Okay, first thing I want to say, thank you so much, Valerie, for this opportunity. And if you all have not subscribed to her channel, please do. She's an amazing woman, and I'm so thankful for this opportunity. First off, before I say anything about sisterhood, I'm very appreciative of Purple Light, and I can't wait to see what this journey has to offer and see what's to come of this. I'm very excited to work with you, and whatever I can do to help you, it's reciprocated. Like I'm overwhelmed with joy and emotion to actually sit here and talk to you and given this opportunity. For those of you who are interested in the Sisterhood Foundation, you want to volunteer, you want to sign your daughter up, you want to just see what we're doing and the events we have going on, please visit the website, sisterhooddfw.org. You can also contact me at 817-899-1147. Just stay connected. I'm always welcoming and want to help anybody that I can. I love to network and uplift our people. Thank you very much again for this opportunity. Thank you all for tuning in.
So before we leave, I wanted to ask you one last question. What does Don't Believe the Hype mean to you?
Don't believe the hype means to me, be you, come as you are. Don't believe see it for yourself. How about that? That's what it needs to be. See it for yourself. Don't believe everything. Just see it for yourself. Experience it for yourself.
And don't believe TikTok because
Right.
it's a lie, because there's filters and I sometimes use them, right? Don't listen to Instagram is the same. People need to get back to the real
Authentic.
root,
Oh, yes.
the foundation of the world. Because all these distractions are distracting our young girls and also our young boys as well.
Yes, very much so.
You know what I mean? So thank you for coming on to our show. Can you tell them, is there a number, anything else that you need to let them know, your website again in case
I'll
I
repeat the
didn't
number
get it?
again. The number is 817-899-1147. Please reach out. Don't hesitate. You can also email. We have sisters@sisterhooddfw.org.
Okay. And the website again one more time because
It's sisterhooddfw.org.
thank you all for tuning into our show. And we will have another exciting guest in a few weeks' time. And bye.